What's up, gang? Welcome back to another reaction and breakdown video. Today we're going to go to moment 58 from my Instagram journey to capture 1000 real moments of magic. We're going to react to this clip and then I'm going to show you the clip again, breaking it down along the way to explain the psychology and thought process that went into this unique human interaction. Here we go.
Hey beautiful people, I'm a magician sharing tricks for free for strangers. Can I share a quick magic trick with you guys?
Sure, why not?
100%, yeah? Yeah, what's your name?
Sydney.
Adam, nice to meet you. Welcome home.
Yeah. I did just come back from a trip, so.
Well, congratulations. All right, well, let's try this. I want you to think of the next place you would love to fly to. Don't say it out loud, but out of all of the hundreds of countries, I want you to focus on one particular country. You got one in mind?
Yeah.
Good. Now, I do need you to commit to this, and you're also going to show your friends. So if this were me, maybe I would go to England and go and see mum and dad. I'd write England, I'd show, but don't show me.
Yes.
Thanks, Sydney. Jot it down, connect with it. The first step is writing it down.
There was like 10 that came from capability.
Good one. I'll get the pen.
Yeah.
Do you want to blow it? Make sure it's dry. Yeah. And I don't want to see it. So face down on top for me, if you don't mind. Oh, thank you. And I'm just going to get you to sandwich this with both hands. So can I get one hand out like this and the other hand on top, like a secret? And I just want to make sure, and just checking you did write something, you didn't write something silly, you got a country? Yeah?
Yes,
amazing,
true.
good. Focus on this place. The first step when we get to the airport is we drop our luggage and we look at this big black screen in front of us that's got the gate number, the destination, it's got the time of the flight. Imagine you see the time you fly in hours and minutes. Looking at me, if you tell me the time you fly, I'll tell you where you're going.
4 p.m.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that feel like a free choice?
What does that mean?
No, you felt like you freely chose that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, the reason I ask is I set my watch to a time,
Oh, whoa, hold on.
which is kind of crazy. So maybe you saw it when I was gesturing, but this is an alignment towards your trip. Looking at me, focusing it, this is your pilot speaking. Thank you for flying with us today on the 4 o'clock flight to. And in your mind, you see it. In your mind, you say it. Looking at me, this is almost 2 names. You go to touchdown, you take a deep breath, and they say, welcome to Sri Lanka.
What?
You want to go to Sri Lanka, Sydney?
Wait, no way.
For real? For real?
For real, I do. For real, I do. Wait, that's shot. Where is it?
Sri Lanka,
That's
incredible.
mad.
Your flight leaves at 4 o'clock. Do
I'm
not
late.
be
I
late.
missed it. I missed it now.
That's an AM flight. You're good.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
get back
Okay,
in.
Thank you so much.
Have a lovely
Bye.
journey. Catch you soon.
Thank you.
Hey, beautiful people.
All right, that reaction, what a gem. She was awesome. All in 2 minutes or so, we had just gone from strangers to an emotional connection with a journey that she wishes to take. This is what magic is about. You know, I just spot these people. I've been out filming for the day. The light is almost gone. You can see that the cameras on the Ray-Bans are great, but once it starts getting dark, you're losing that real quick. Yeah, it needs to be lit to capture these. And this was perfect, golden glow in the background. Anyway, straight away, these two are walking towards us. I've got a friend next to me. I'm kind of having a chat, walk and talk. We walked down the promenade, decided to come back because there was no one to play with. I had a few rejections as I was approaching people. It's rush hour for sure. And then I noticed these two. So I just instantly stopped the communication with my mate, hit record, and I just walked straight over. And you hear me, hey, beautiful people. Like, how are you going to hate on that? Maybe you'd be like, okay, yeah, like I don't want to talk with anyone right now. I've got somewhere to be. I've got a train to catch. Hey, beautiful people. I try various things like that. Hey, handsome fella, or hey, wonderful souls, or something like this. Something that just shows that I mean no harm. I've got love in my heart, and it's just a very positive interaction from the start. And also, it isn't like, oh, hello, excuse me. Like, I'm not trying to go for formalities. I'm trying to cut through all of that nonsense because people got to deal with that every single day. They got to be polite to their boss, call people sir, madam, all of these kind of pleasantries and formalities in the real world. And then ultimately, they're just clocked off work. They want to be people again. And I am going to be people in with them. And this is what I want. I want to strip away the top layer, the names, the titles, the job, the roles that we play, and I want to cut right into the core of the person. And the way we do that here is by connecting with their dreams of a place that they wish to adventure to. In case you didn't know, the A in magic stands for adventure.
Magician sharing tricks for free for strangers. Can I share a quick magic trick with you guys?
Sure, why not?
100%.
Now, this guy was kind of, nah, no thanks. But then she, main character, like, yeah, Yeah, 100%, sure. And then we quickly find out why. She said, I've just come back from a trip. And she is still in holiday mode. When we go on a trip, they say we don't travel to move around, we travel to be moved. It is who we become when we get to that destination, the version of ourselves that is free of the cultural and social baggage from our home and our roles. And we can, depending on the nature of the trip, be our truest selves, express the freedom and pursue that. So she's coming back still for the glow. The holiday blues ain't kicked in yet. She is feeling good. And this was the perfect person to ask this question to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your name?
Sydney.
Adam, nice to meet you. Welcome home.
Yeah.
Perfect. Welcome home. So straight away, I've got this off the cuff joke about her name. She's just kind of, anyway, we're doing this moment and it's just kind of beautiful. I will do that where I can. There are a few names you can kind of play with. Of course, this was just coincidental because we're here in Darling Harbour in Sydney, or Barangaroo Reserve, if you know the place. And anyway, silly joke, but it gets a lovely smile out of her and it's a genuine human connection. Look for it where you can, trust yourself and trust the nature of the person to enjoy these fun little silly moments.
I did just come back from a trip, so.
Well, congratulations. All right, well, let's try this. I want you to think of the next place you would love to fly to. Don't say it out.
Okay, so looking back at this, I could have said, when she had just come back from a trip, I could have been like, oh, there's no way I could have known that. How about this? Think of the country or the place that you went to, but don't say it. You've got it in mind, right? Look, I do need you to confirm it. And I could have done the same thing and got her to commit to the place she just went to. And then I would have read her mind for the place that she just has been. And that would have been cool. That would have been awesome. And to be honest, part of me wishes I could have just switched it up and tried that. But also we have gone through the next trip. She is still in holiday mode. She wants to, be in that vibe, don't we all? When we get back from holiday and we kind of wish we could book the next one straight away. So I wanted her to connect with that. Perfect opportunity as well to just roll with what I was going to do. But attach it to the narrative of the journey that she has just been on. Where do you want to go next? Let's keep that adventure going.
Loud, but out of all of the hundreds of countries, I want you to focus on one particular country. You got one in mind?
Yeah.
Good. Now, I do need you to commit to this, and you're also going to show your friend.
And also, like, people will and over these countries for a while. I don't know, which one? Oh, you put me on the spot. I'm going blank. Like, she was just, I'm with it. And I love this. She is astute, on point, she's on the ball. She is with it. Yeah, this is going to be a good moment.
So if this were me, maybe I would go to England and go and see mum and dad. I'd write England, I'd show, but don't show me.
So I do this often. Maybe I would write England, go and see mum and dad. I want to show them a human side to me. It gives them an idea that they know where I'm from, where my family are. I'm just revealing this. And it's also true. I would like to, if I had a magician approach me, have the chance to fly to England and catch up with mum and dad and my sister.
Thanks, Sydney. Jot it down, connect with it. The first step is writing it down.
And this is another thing, I'm not going into methodology here on this video. I may put the deeper methods of how I achieve this effect on another video, perhaps in another place, if people want to support in that way. But for now, I want to go into the magic behind the method, not the method itself. But for the sake of this, we do need to have it written down. And I do want to justify her writing that down in a natural way. And I say, I want you to commit to this. The first step is writing it down. The first step to making anything happen is to write it down. It feels like I am helping guide her on this journey already. And there's nothing fishy about, well, why would I have to write it? You're going to read my mind. And also she has to show her friend, and then the friend will verify, and they're all in that together. So they're in the conspiracy, they know the secret, and I am on the outside attempting to unveil that secret.
10 that came from capability.
Good one. I'll get the pen.
Now he verifies. Now, as we know, we've watched the video, we know that this is Sri Lanka that she's thinking of. And funny enough, this guy actually commented on the video, how did this video find me? And I clicked his profile and he's from Sri Lanka. So maybe it makes sense that they've been walking along together, chatting about her trip, him talking about maybe a trip to there that he has had or wants to go to, who knows? And it's fresh in her mind, which is why she said, yeah, I know where I'd go. I'm with the man right here.
Do you want to blow it? Make sure it's dry. Yeah. And I don't want to see it. So face down on top for me, if you don't mind. Oh, thank you.
And like that, so she gives it a little compliant, but also just like with me on the situation. And I asked her to return it to the deck of business cards, and she even notices it's the wrong orientation and she corrects it for me without any instruction. This is a player character. She is not an NPC.
And I'm just going to get you to sandwich this with both hands. So can I get one hand out like this and the other hand on top like a secret? And I just want to make sure, and just checking you did write something, you didn't write something silly, you got a country?
Okay, so I don't want to give away too much. As I mentioned, at this point, I have a pretty sure idea of where she wants to go. Let's put it like that. And I want to ensure in her mind that we are still in the discovery phase. There is no chance. We just had this moment where perhaps it could be strange. I've taken the cards and wrapped them in the rubber band, given them to her, and, you know, stood next to her and ensured that that's nice and safe. And in that process, I don't know, maybe she's suspicious. Something's happened. What's going on? I've just written it down. So I want to instantly justify in her mind any doubts or any questions that she might have of the authenticity of this secret. So the first thing I often do, every time I do, when I do this routine, is I will ask them, I just want to check you didn't write something silly, or, you know, you didn't write, and I'll say an appropriate word, or you didn't call me something, or whatever, something silly, whatever seems appropriate to say to this person. And you did actually think of a place. This is what I say, and did actually think of a country. And this goes, yeah. And what's nice is just like, no, I'm with you. Like, yeah, I wouldn't mess with you. Like, it's good to get that verification from them, but really I'm just covering something else up. So it's just misdirection. Lead them a little bit further away from what I'm doing.
Both hands. So can I get one hand out like this and the other hand on top like a secret? And I just want to make sure, and just checking you did write something, you didn't write something silly, you got a country? Yeah?
Yes,
amazing,
true.
good. Focus on this place.
She's here.
First step
She's
when we get
focusing.
to the airport is we drop our luggage and we look at this big black screen in front of us that's got the
Now, what a joy as well, yeah? So she is actually closing her eyes to picture this journey happening, and she's smiling, she begins to light up. And this is one of the beauties of a genuine magic interaction. I just met this person, and within a minute and 10, I am now having her light up from within about something that she dreams of happening in her life. Like, this is not like, think of some playing card, or, you know, like, you know, not to demean card magic. I love it too. But this is something from her dreams, and she's visualizing it actually happening. And when she goes on this trip eventually, she has already had this emotional moment leading to it. Who knows? Who knows if this story will get retold along the journey towards making this trip happen. So yeah, be bolder with the meaning behind your magic. Make it about them. Make it about the magic that can happen from this experience.
gate number, the destination. It's got the time of the flight. Imagine you see the time you fly in hours and minutes. Looking at
So for this part, I'm about to reveal the time she thinks of on my watch, you know. The way I do it, it's helpful for me to have my phone around. And I found that having my phone around before I do this would cause problems sometimes, because some people might make an accusation of these two things somewhat being connected. And I don't want them thinking that. So in the spirit of Gregory Wilson, an incredible magician, he says, if you cannot hide something, highlight it. And this is probably some of the best advice you could give somebody in any art form, even in life. If you can't hide it, make a deal of it, all right? Because other people are going to notice. So in this case, I utilize the blacked out phone as the screen at the airport, the thing that they see. I'm using this thing that we have every day and using it to signify as a prop for something that they would experience as she begins to visualize this trip. She's at the airport, she drops her luggage, she sees this big black screen. I utilize this. Also gives an opportunity for me to somewhat visually flash my watch in her field of vision before we do this reveal. And another thing is, when I was using these kind of watch-related time prediction effects in the past, my issue was sometimes it wouldn't work. I had earlier versions of this kind of performance piece, And yeah, mate, sometimes it would fail on me and I would feel like an idiot at the end of a routine. You're building up to this big prediction and you want to be confident in your delivery. You don't want to have to doubt the props, right? And sometimes they would fail. So then I found that if I shifted that moment earlier in a routine, and then it didn't matter if it failed because I still had some really awesome place to go to that we could redeem ourselves. And sometimes that little dip can cause a bounce back up even stronger, right? Like you go from underdog status into success. So this is why I moved the time forward. And also it's perfect because they get to visualize this, have this little, what would normally be like a finale of a trick, but it just becomes, I call it like a pre-kicker. You know, rather than the kicker coming after the main event. Oh, by the way, also look, like it's just this little nudge that they're on this synchronistic journey where the things in the universe are lining up. And maybe they'll remember the watch, maybe they won't, but it definitely helps build towards the energetic finale.
You tell me the time you fly, I'll tell you where you're going.
4 p.m.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that feel like a free choice?
What does that mean?
No, you felt like you freely chose that, right?
Yeah.
I like that too. What does that mean? Like a free choice? Like she's really with it. She's not just yes or noing at me, you know. She's fully processing everything I'm saying and asking. She's not on autopilot at all. We have found a pre-disrupted person, or we have disrupted them there and then. And they're back in the reality with us, in the present. Perfect place to be. And I asked this question, does that feel like a free choice? Because I want to kind of show a curiosity and have them do, why? Wait a minute, what's wrong with the integrity of my answer? And I'm also using this as an opportunity for the time it takes for me to ensure what she says and what my watch says match. So I might need a couple of seconds to ensure that those things are aligned.
Now, the reason I ask is I set my watch to a time,
Oh, whoa, hold on.
which is kind of crazy. So maybe you saw it when I was gesturing, but this is an alignment towards your trip. Looking at me,
She's still
focusing
processing. Did I see it? Did I see that? Was I influenced by that? Starts to doubt her reality. But it's fun. She's in it. She's having a good time.
pilot speaking. Thank you for flying with us today on the 4 o'clock flight 2. And in your mind, you see it. In your mind, you say it. Looking at me.
So this is it, the next step. They've already visualized, dropped the luggage, looked at it, seen the big thing, the time, the gate number, the destination, the time of the flight, the time matches my watch. They've had this emotional moment. Then straight away, this is your pilot speaking. Thank you for flying with us on the 4 p.m. flight 2. And it's really nice to straight away off the back of the time they've said, reiterate that as part of this journey that's happening for them. It just builds in the details, starts to lock it into, to something more visceral, something they can feel.
Looking at me, this is almost 2 names. You go to touchdown, you take a deep breath.
Her reaction when I say this is maybe 2 names, and that could be South Africa, Las Vegas, New York, you know, like there are many places this could be, Hong Kong. Yeah, North Korea, who knows? What's up, North Korean folk? Oh, you haven't got internet, have you? I'm sorry, I wish you well. So here we are. That has actually been a popular destination for people to write to, the places they want to go to. But anyway, we're thinking of a 2 named place, and that has given a nice reaction out of her. I want to feed these back in any ways I can. Like if this was, she wanted to go to Cairo or something, go to Egypt, I would maybe be like, feed into the scenery. Like I'm getting like, and just the gesture of a pyramid, as you kind of make sense of it yourself, like you will see the reactions in the people. You don't need to be too much, but I'm kind of, and they know the meaning happens for them and their response is there. They're like, holy hell, this guy's actually doing it.
And they say, welcome to Sri Lanka.
What?
You want to go to Sri Lanka, Sydney?
Wait, no way.
For real?
Yes.
For real?
For real, I do. For real, I do. Wait, that's shot. Where is it?
Sri Lanka,
That's
incredible.
mad.
Your flight.
Look, this is great, you know, big reaction. As I reveal, I push her away. I'm holding the hands with her secret trapped inside, and I will push away. I think the physical touch is perfect. You want to be, where possible, having a degree of contact. This is an intimate moment, and you have proved to be safe and worthy. As magicians, we often have unearned proximity, the same way a doctor or a chiropractor may be able to manipulate certain parts of your body, right? You surrender to their authority for the sake of what is going on, under their trust. And as magicians, we have this too. We get to grab people's hands, wrists, move them around, hold on to them, draw things on people. Like the level of control that people surrender towards us as performers is quite remarkable, which is why we always have to honor that with decorum. We must be well behaved in this capacity. And I feel that here has been like a fully like trustworthy interaction on both of our parts. We've created something truly beautiful as a moment. She's had this big reaction. She's already seems to be in a good mood, and I think she would go home beaming from this, and she's going to take this card home. Now, as you'll see as I go through the cards, and I end up pulling out 2 together, and it's harder to find hers. And this is beautiful because it further solidifies how buried it was in her hands as a secret. And there's no way I could have known. And this was just kind of a genuine communication thing that was happening. I'm not trying to rewire her belief or understanding into thinking that some supernatural thing is happening, or there are some kind of superpowers within the human brain that she doesn't know about. This isn't what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to connect her with a deep emotional response to a dream or a goal that she has. So the actual magic from this interaction is her feeling inspired to take action to go there. And with that spirit in mind, beautiful things can happen in people's lives. So let's wrap up the final moment.
Leaves at 4 o'clock. Do not be late.
Flight leaves at 4 o'clock. And I love it. I'm late. And then I kind of said, no, it's an AM flight, which was silly because she did actually just say 4 p.m. But whatever, it's fine. We leave on a positive reframe. So the trip is still a possibility. And
That's an AM flight. You're good. Go get back in.
Thank you so much.
Have a lovely journey. Catch you soon.
And that, like, thank you. Looking at the card, and she's going to go off and she'll look back a couple times. Like something amazing has just happened in a 2-minute window on the way to the train station or whatever. Like, this is the power we have as performers. So anyway, I hope you've found a lot of value out of that. I will break down this routine again with other people in different ways. And if you want to know a deeper level into understanding the method, then let me know, because I'm looking at setting up another channel of sorts where people can learn a little bit deeper for just a little bit of dollar. Anyway, much love, guys. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you at the next one. Peace.